All right, Aries, let's get into your astrology while I shuffle the cards. Now, I'm going to ask you if you could please hit the like button or the subscribe button. That would be amazing. I'm trying to get to 100 followers right now, and if I can, then I'll be giving away a free personal reading. And if all you need to do to enter is either follow me on Instagram or TikTok if you're on there, and subscribe here, because yeah, then you'll be entered, and just let me know that you've subscribed and that you're entered. All right, because that would be awesome. I read all my comments, so I'm keeping track of everybody, and I'm only a few, like 50 off. So let's get me there. That'd be amazing. All right, so let's get into your astrology. This is a second time actually because I screwed it up. I'm just gonna shuffle these cards for a show as I read out your astrology. So we have Mars in a obviously Mars retrograde right now, and that is in your first house. So yeah, that is a lot of energy in your first house, and like is going retrograde, but either way, like it's still in Aries, so it's like a prolonged sort of like real working on yourself kind of energy here. And it's applying to Saturn in retrograde, and like Mars to our inner eyes is moving faster than Saturn, so it is applying to Saturn. So whatever, and Saturn is in your 10th house right now, so you could be seeing some kind of like an internal reflection of the daily sort of, what you're really working on, why the delays that are happening, and seeing where you identify with those things. We also have Jupiter going direct in your 10th house, which is cool, because it's like it's telling you that you it's bringing in some sort of abundance, whether that be from other people in yours, kind of like your work circle, giving you new opportunities, just basically expanding your work. Maybe you're getting a little bit more work, or maybe it's just like it's switched up a little bit, because we also have Uranus in your second house. So that could be like things like, because it's Uranus is kind of like the changer of things. Like it really just like, it's a wild card. And so it being in your second house, maybe you're bringing in some new ideas into your into your work. I mean, the North Node is in Gemini in your third house of like, it's a Gemini house, so it's all like working with your hands and stuff. So maybe you're just like building new ideas, new businesses based around like crafting or art or whatever, right? And then, okay, so then we have the new moon in your 6th house, not your 7th house. And that's really good, because then you're just like, okay, what are you doing every day that is going to bring you some sort of happiness moving forward? Like that, this is what it's about. It's about finding whatever is going to make you the happiest, say in like 6 months. Kind of project yourself out and be like, okay, what can I start to do now? What action or what ideas can I start to generate in order to, really facilitate my growth 6 months from now? All right, so what else do we got going on? Uranus is in applying trine to the moon. Actually, the moon moving faster. So really, it's kind of like a shakeup. I feel like your daily routines are getting shooken up right now with Uranus there, because it will go direct pretty much today, which is like the 15th. So you could expect some sort of mix up here, which is good. I mean, it's a trine, so it's a positive energy flow. So yeah, integrate that as much as best as you can. All right, Aries. Well, let's get into your tarot. All right, so we got the first card here, which is the Magician, and we're gonna go through a few cards, and then we will, do clarifiers and all that stuff. So I take jumpers from the deck, so if you see me shuffling for a while and you don't like that, well, I'll just skip ahead and, we'll see what happens. So you got the Magician. So yeah, you're feeling in your energy here. This is very good energy. I mean, this is like all your elements. You've done the research, you know what's going on, you're stepping into your power, or you've been in your power for a little while. Let's see what this underlying energy is. 9 of Cups. Okay, so yeah, you've not been feeling maybe the best, but you still are in control of your life, it feels like. Yeah, I feel like, you know, maybe something happened that wasn't so satisfying. Like, this is where you are, where you've been. This is like the past week or whatever, you know, this is where you're coming from. And then what do you got underneath this 9 of Cups? So yeah, you've kind of been the hermit for maybe a little while. And so you've taken what you've known, what you've discovered of yourself, and you've brought that out into the world, and you're ready to actually do something with it. All right, so let's see what your actions are for this week. How the Magician can be used. The first card that flipped out on me was the 8 of Coins. So yeah, mastering whatever you're working on. I mean, you obviously have the ability. That's awesome, Aries. Yeah, so this is kind of like a repetitive task sort of thing, but it's also something that's bringing you closer to, you know, your divine sort of energy. It's got some, you know, you're dealing with a cube here, so you're dealing with like foundations, and the 8 of Coins, it's with this card, I'm feeling like you're building foundations on your foundations and like integrating everything together so that you can create something that's even better than the two parts. That's what I'm getting for that. Okay, so what is the underlying energy of this 8 of Coins? What is this 8 of Coins regarding, please? What is 8 of Pentacles regarding? Thank you. Death. So some sort of change. Okay, so you're working towards some sort of change that maybe you weren't, this is a death card. Some sort of change that maybe you weren't embracing, or maybe you're hesitant to embrace change. Maybe this is like a new job or something that you're wanting to get into, and you know it's going to be a lot of work, and you know it's going to, you know, things are going to change for you. But there's a little bit of reluctance towards it. But it, like, no matter what, it's going to be work. All right. What is this change in regards to, please? What is this change in regards to? What is this change in regards to? Thank you. Oh, I got a couple cards here. So the first card was a 7 of Coins. So really working kind of on yourself and, you know, reaping what you sow as far as your own material wealth and like your own sort of sensorial happiness is concerned, if that makes sense. And then the other card that popped up was a 10 of Cups reversed. So it's almost like you have a choice here. It's like you could sit in this kind of like uncomfortable, unfulfilled energy, or you could actually like work on yourself and you know, accept the change, even if the change you know, it feels like it's going to be uncomfortable. You're going to end up at a place where you're building towards something even greater than you ever thought possible, if that makes any sense. Let me know if this resonates for you. Like, hit the like button, drop me a comment if any of this resonates for you. And if it doesn't, then maybe check out your moon sign, or maybe your sun sign or your rising sign. This would, I usually go by rising sign for this. So yeah, okay. I mean, this is up to you to interpret, all right? So let's go into what you need to know. What is a message from Spirit? What is Spirit telling you? What is Spirit telling you to know? Okay, first of all, we got Temperance. So yeah, there is a kind of like an alchemization, a combination of things in your life that you need to kind of focus on this week. Either it's a bringing together of these two elements of like this kind of like emotional unsatisfaction that you're feeling, and really integrating the fact that you are the Magician and you've been the Hermit, or I want to say you've been the Hermit, maybe not in the traditional sense of like actually tucking yourself away, but maybe like mentally, emotionally, you've kind of like been keeping your like emotions hidden from people. So maybe it's time to change that and kind of like integrate that, Aries, into your regular life, and like kind of alchemizing that, maybe by doing artwork, or just like expressing yourself from like a true perspective. And the next card we got on here was the Moon. So this is like getting in touch with your subconscious And I feel like this is bringing it up, like, especially with the Magician here. This is like bringing up those things that you've discovered. Like, once again, this is the Hermit. A lot of major arcana on the board right now. So yeah, I'm feeling like it's bringing up everything that you've discovered already, and allowing that to be like a healing thing. Whether you're bringing up the discomfort, the unhappiness, like, that's okay, as long as you're coming at it from a place that is like nurturing and like growing, because like you never know what will come of an action that you do. And if you do whatever you do, if it's from a place of like good-heartedness or just like an openness, it's like you can't really go wrong. You'll always learn something. And then we got the Knight of Swords reversed, so there's a delay. Yeah, whatever it is, there's maybe you're delaying this emotional depth. And it feels like the more you delay it, the worse it gets. It's kind of like a ripping off a bandage sort of thing. So it's like whatever emotional trouble or whatever feeling of like just unsatisfaction or despair. I want to say despair because there's no real swords on the board here. But it is just like an emotional dissatisfaction. And I feel like the more you keep that hidden, the more it's going to be difficult for you. So... but it is also a card of kind of like stopping and like kind of like looking at what needs to be done, but not hesitating too much. Because with the Moon here and Temperance, it's asking you to integrate your emotions. I feel like I'm being a broken record here. So let's go into, let's do Marcella Kroll. Let's do the Sacred Symbols. All right, we got a little book here. I'll read from the book as well. So let's see what does Aries need to know? What does Aries need to know, please? What does Aries need to know? Whoa. Aries needs to know a bunch of things, all right? All right, so first of all, we got growth. So yeah, Aries, you need to grow. Like whatever's holding you back here, it's time to grow. It's time to go beyond what you've been experiencing and kind of step back into going on this endless spiral of life, because the next card here is power. So it is like you're having to claim that power, because there is a lot of power in those like sad emotions. Like if you're sitting there being upset all the time and maybe not expressing it or whatever, that is building up inside of you. Like no matter what, like as strong as you are, if you keep on dwelling on things, it's going to have an effect on your energy body and on your aura and all that kind of stuff. And that ultimately is your power, because if you weaken your aura, you diminish your own power. And with time here, I kind of feel like time is in reverse. But with time here, it's like, yeah, there is a delay. I mean, it came out in reverse, so I'm not sure if this deck really wants reversals, but this is, it's feeling like time isn't, it's like you spent too much time in this downward motion. It's time to bring this back up into growth. And yeah, there's a delay. I feel like there's been such a delay on this energy. Like this card is like right over top of these two cards. So I feel like there's a delay in energy. Let's see what this last card is about. It's about the full moon. All right, so I feel like you can expect, if you carry through, we've got the full moon and the moon here, which is really interesting. So I feel like as you go through this next 2 weeks, like after the full moon, whatever you've like kind of been feeling over the last 6 months, like the last time the new moon was in Virgo, I feel like, or what's the next full moon? Next full moon would be in Aries. All right, so yeah, you got the next full moon coming up in your sign, so that is really interesting. So yeah, I mean, this is a time to really just I want to say by the next full moon, you will start to feel better if you action this sort of like emotional integration into your reality. All right, let's get one more card. Let's see this card. I can't speak right now. Oh my god. All right, let's get into these guys. All right, what do we get? Imara. What are you being called to journey to? So yeah, where are your emotions taking you? Where are your emotions taking you? And discovering why they're taking you there. Because, I mean, you're feeling something for a reason. Every step is growth. And reclaiming your power is a big thing. Because you are powerful. We know you're powerful. You are Aries. You are the initiators. So, yeah. All right, Aries. Well, I hope you enjoyed this. If you did enjoy it, actually, you know what? Let's get a rune. You know what? I'm feeling like we need extra here. I'm feeling like we need a rune. What is something that Aries can work with? What is something Aries can work with to help integrate this energy, to help integrate it into this next full moon? What can we do? What can Aries do? Oh, lost it. Gotta get back in there. All right, what can you do? What can Aries do? What can Aries do? Thank you. Oh, all right, spun that one. Ooh, Isa, stand still. All right, so we'll consult the book here. And let's go to page 107. So Isa, stand still. The winter of your spiritual life is upon you. Like, yeah, there's oh my god. All right, so the winter of your spiritual life is upon you. You may find yourself entangled in a situation whose implications you are, in effect, blind. You may be powerless to do anything but submit, surrender, even sacrifice some long-cherished desire. Be patient, for this is a period of gestation that precedes a rebirth, which is like, it's growth, man. It's growth. You will grow from this. Positive accomplishment is unlikely now. There is a freeze on useful activity. All your plans are on hold. I mean, that's Mars in retrograde in your first sign. Like, how much... Like, that's so accurate. Like, seriously. You may be experiencing an unaccustomed drain on your energy and wonder why. A chill wind is reaching you over the ice floes of an outmoded habits. Trying to hold on can result in a shallowness of a feeling, a sense of being out of touch with life. Seek to discover what this is you are holding on to that keeps this condition in effect, and let go. Shed, release, cleanse away the old. That will bring on the thaw. So yeah, like I was saying, it's like whatever you're holding on to, this unhappiness that is keeping you away from your power, away from your, what you really want to do in life. Like the faster you can deal with that, the faster you can move on. Usually Isa requires a sacrifice of the personal, the I, and yet there is no reason for anxiety. Submit, be still, for what you're experiencing is not necessarily the result of your actions or habits, but the condition of the time against which you can do nothing. What has been full must empty, or what has increased must decrease. This is the way of heaven and earth. To surrender is to display courage and wisdom. That's you, Aries. At such a time, do not hope or rely on help or friendly support. In your isolation, exercise caution and do not stubbornly persist in attempting to work your will. Remain mindful that the seed of the new is present in the shell of the old, and the seed of unrealized potential, the seed of the good. Trust your own process and watch for signs of spring. So yeah, I feel like that's around the full moon time for you. So yeah, this is like definitely this new moon. Plant your seeds now, because when the Virgo full moon comes into play, I feel like things are going to be radically different for you in about 6 months' time. All right, Aries. Well, I hope you enjoyed this reading. If it resonated with you, please drop me a like down below. Subscribe if you're new here. I'm having a subscription contest. If I'm trying to get to 100 subscribers, so if you can like, share, whatever this, and get me up to 100 subscribers. That would be awesome. And I'm giving away a free tarot reading, free personal tarot reading. So if you'd like one of those and you don't want to wait for the contest, drop me a message and I would love to book a reading for you. All right, Aries. Well, I hope you have a wonderful day, and I will talk to you next week. Take care.